जी, आज हमारे साथ गुलाम जाफ़र साहब हैं, डॉक्टर गुलाम जाफ़र साहब लक्ज़मबर्ग से, और इनका माशाल्लाह 13 मोर देन 14 इयर्स पहले इनका पीएचडी है, फिर इनका पोस्टडॉक है, फिर स्पेस सिस्टम्स के अंदर, और अभी इनकी अपनी कंपनी है जिसमें फाउंडर भी हैं, टेकप्रेन्योर हैं और कंसल्टेंट हैं, कंसल्टेंसी की खिदमत अंजाम दे रहे हैं। इनका स्पेस सिस्टम्स, 6G कम्युनिकेशंस और डिजिटल इनोवेशंस, इसमें जर्नी है। और थैंक यू वेरी मच डॉक्टर गुलाम जाफर साहब, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग एंड फॉर योर टाइम। और इसमें थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन से पहले, आपका काम, विजनरी जो वर्क है ये सारा पूरा, ये जो पूरा जर्नी है फिर आपका जो स्टार्ट हुआ, इसमें बताइएगा। और लग्जमबर्ग में आए और ये पैसे आपने इस कंट्री को क्यों सिलेक्ट किया, फिर आपने अपनी कंपनी का स्टार्टअप किया, ये थोड़ा सा जर्नी इस हवाले से अगर कोई थोड़ी इंसाइट्स देना चाहें प्लीज।
Ji, Dr. Habib, thank you so much for the invitation and giving me opportunity to give a few insights of what I have done and what I can contribute for our young engineers and next pioneers, I must say, who will become like part of our space community or ICT telecom community. As you know, that I started my career from uh, back like in from like 15 years before, or even 2 decades like before, from GC University Lahore as uh, the research officer and lecturer plus telecom lab manager. So at that time telecom was just starting, and obviously as you know that being one of the biggest university in Pakistan, GC University was uh, trying to become pioneers in this evolving field, like telecommunications. Although we didn't start as engineering department, but to start with like MS telecommunication, and we were sorry, I was actually contributing in the first batch of our engineers in telecommunication, and now obviously most of my students are already contributing in telecom sector and space tech sector in and other countries. Starting from there, I had a chance to start my PhD from Austria, and I chose Technical University Vienna. I spent like 6 months, and then I switched to Technical University Graz for my passion towards space tech and space systems. And at that time, Vienna was actually not offering that kind of degree. So I switched to Technical University Graz, and then I had a chance to work with space giants, space tech giants like my supervisor at university and at Space Research Institute and other organizations. It had like a great impact on my studies, my research, especially in sort of new technologies like software-defined radio. Not only the classical systems, or you can say the ancient system, just classical radios, but towards the new technologies like software-defined radio and other stuff, and especially small satellite technology, because at that time it was they were at the same time they were just starting new ventures, and small satellite, you can say that that's like a lab in space. So we don't invent, or we design and develop the entire system, but obviously we can test on small platforms. And obviously then it's kind of agile, it's swift, it's rapid, all the development is very rapid in that sense. And at that time, I know the father of small satellite, Professor Bob Twiggs, came from USA, and obviously, we were so passionate to see the tiny guys that were ready to be launched in low Earth orbit. Obviously, that's kind of a nice platform, and all the new systems could be tested on that tiny lab, and obviously, then the real development could be done.
वेरी नाइस।
So with this actually my PhD venture, then I obviously I wanted to serve my homeland, Pakistan. So I moved back, And as I was on HE scholarship, obviously that was my not only passion but my obligated duty to serve my homeland. So I came back and started my journey as from IST, Institute of Space Technology, Islamabad, because that was and that is the only university that is doing the real things in space technology, aerospace engineering, you name it. I mean, all the new technologies are being tested there. And I had a chance to work as assistant professor at electrical engineering. Formerly, it was communication system engineering department, and then it was renamed to electrical engineering department. And my colleagues are already doing wonders. I must say, they are really into the business, into the real space tech business. They are uh, developing small satellites, and they are obviously contributing to in the ventures from Sparko. And I had a chance to work with Sparko team as well while I was in Lahore, Punjab University, after serving IST like 4 years, and then I moved back to Punjab University. But I had a chance to work at IST as head of department. I had a privilege to start a new department, space science, because I wanted to start this new venture. As the name is Institute of Space Technology, and if there is no department like space, that I was not actually convinced by all the engineering department, and if there is no science element, then STEM is not complete. So I had a chance to start that program as well. And as my journey continues, obviously I will talk a little bit more on my all the lab development, R&D stuff, and work with my colleagues, with my collaborators all over the world. Yeah.
Very
Definitely,
nice.
I once again appreciate the opportunity to talk about all these ventures and what I contributed and what I am doing right now.
वेरी नाइस एंड गुलाम जाफ साहब, ये जो आपने ये फाउंडर हैं ईडी जीजे, ये जो आपने जो कि फोकस करती है 6G स्पेस सिस्टम्स में, इस हवाले से ये इसको इंस्पायर्ड किस चीज़ ने इंस्पायर्ड किया कि आप अपना ये वेंचर स्टार्ट करें? और ये
Yeah, sure. That's a real one. Thank you so much. अभी as I mentioned, IST में सर्व करने के बाद I started as I joined Punjab University Lahore for the space system stuff, and I developed a satellite ground station there and worked and had a chance to work with Sparko people. So with all these ventures, actually I was inspired that space tech is not only the back end, but obviously it's the frontier to lead all the new technologies and to test and validate the stuff that is yet to come. सो अभी मुझे चांस मिला कि मैं पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी सर्व करने के दौरान मुझे चांस मिला कि मैं एक पोस्ट डॉक के लिए के यू लेवन बेल्जियम आया, लक्समबर्ग आने से पहले। तो वहाँ पे मैंने देखा कि तमाम जो न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज़ हैं ऑलरेडी वहाँ पे टेस्ट की जा रही हैं, और उन तमाम को जो लिंक कर रही है चीज़, आई मीन टेस्टेड टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को, that is the space one, like the space tech. So if we just think about like 2G, 3G, 4G technologies, so every evolutions are based on the latency, data rate, high bandwidth, volume of data that can be downloaded in no time, for example. And now we are talking about gigabits per second, several gigabits per second. Obviously ये तमाम जो टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं, ये एक सॉर्ट ऑफ कंबाइंड वेंचर के से पॉसिबल है. So now, from exiting from 4G and jumping into 5G and 6G, we require constellation of satellites and low Earth orbit and at higher altitudes. अच्छा, अब हो ये रहा है कि जो जो भी ये टेक्नोलॉजीज आप डेवलप कर रहे हैं और उनको टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली स्पेस टेक इज ऑलरेडी अ फ्रंटियर। अब वहाँ पे हाई टेक लैब्स हैं, कम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क्स में बहुत ज़्यादा काम कर रहे हैं। KU Leuven Belgium में, I had a chance to work with them, and from KU Leuven to Luxembourg, which I had a chance to work on one of the ESA project, that is all ready to test AI and machine learning technique on these small satellites. So अभी तक जो हमने AI और मशीन लर्निंग के बारे में पढ़ा या सुना, वो यही था कि आप टेक्स्ट टू इमेज कन्वर्जन कर लें या टेक्स्ट टू वीडियो में कन्वर्जन कर लें। तो हम लोग ये जो है, हमें चांस मिला कि हम AI ML टेक्निक को रियल सिस्टम के ऊपर अप्लाई करें, और फिर हम ये देखें कि पावर कंस्ट्रेंट्स, वॉल्यूम कंस्ट्रेंट्स और जो तमाम अदर कंस्ट्रेंट्स हैं टाइनी स्मॉल सैटेलाइट्स के ऊपर, उनको AI और ML कैसे हमें नई टेक्नोलॉजीज डेवलप करने में हेल्प आउट कर सकती है। और आपको पता है कि जब आप लो अर्थ ऑर्बिट सैटेलाइट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो इट मींस हम लोग जो डेटा ग्रैब कर रहे हैं, एक्चुअली दैट इज लाइक mega volume data, but obviously there are like errors which if they come from with the data, with the real data to ground, obviously that's a lot of resources are already we are consuming, and that's like sort of redundant system that we need to develop. सो यहाँ पे ये ऑब्वियसली हम एक सॉर्ट ऑफ किक स्टार्ट मुझे मिला कि यहाँ अगर इन्हीं जो टेक्नोलॉजीज है 5G और 6G, इनकी रियल सिस्टम के ऊपर आप ट्रेनिंग दिलवाएं, ट्रेनिंग दें, कंसल्टेंसी दें, क्योंकि लक्समबर्ग ऑल्दो इट्स अ टाइनी कंट्री इन यूरोप, but it has like legacy of space tech, fintech, and all the sort of high technologies that require that there should be like not only big companies, but small companies and small startup that could contribute, especially in the sort of human training. So we have like high tech staff to serve these big companies and startups. So that's kind of stuff that I'm contributing towards.
वेरी नाइस, दैट्स गुड गुड। तो इसमें जो डिजिटल ट्विन्स हैं, ये कैसे रीशेप कर रहे हैं हमारा जो स्पेस डिजाइनिंग मिशन है उस हवाले से?
Resources are limited, they are scarce. So this scarcity को आप अगर ओवरकम करना चाहें, तो हमारे पास जो टेक्नोलॉजी या वेंचर हमारे पास रह जाता है, दैट इज डिजिटल ट्विन। अच्छा, डिजिटल ट्विन में आपके पास मैटलैब है, अदर टूल्स हैं जो कि आपको ऑफर करते हैं कि आप लाइक सिमुलेशंस की बेस पे आप तमाम रिसोर्सेज को देख सकते हैं विदाउट having a flight ready system. And if you have all these kind of simulation, then you have another impact that we can emulate the real system with minute hardware, with software, with different sort of up to open source आपके पास Python language or that contains like mega libraries that supports to design and to check the architect of the full entire space system before launching launching it first. And so digital twin, you can say, is the time and resources savior, and based on the training on such kind of open source and industry tools, we are actually Edge, my consultancy firm is leading to train our engineers, space tech enthusiasts, and sort of our graduates, undergraduates, and industry leaders as well. So that's why I started this initiative here in Luxembourg, because I know that it will definitely become one of the leading consultancy in future, inshallah. Because we have the complete ecosystem here in space ecosystem in Luxembourg and in neighboring countries, because my consultancy is already registered in Benelux, that comprises of Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. So I am already offering services to uh, their countries, neighboring countries, including France and Germany as well. So that's why Luxembourg becomes like a hub for me and my services.
Really inspiring. That's good. And इसमें what do you think the role of AI machine learning in autonomous satellite ground networks or something like that?
Yeah. Uh, in fact, when we talk about space systems, then there are three major component of the entire system. One is space segment, ground segment, and control segment. For space segment, as I mentioned, that we have like everything is resource scarcity, so we don't have like big resources for onboard payloads, onboard spacecrafts, and even the power, like we don't have like big batteries to be installed on small satellites in low earth orbit and medium earth orbit, and we don't have like big platforms to support all these activities. And secondly, just to support that one, um, for the launch cost, that's too huge, because each kilogram, like we need like, you can say, millions of euros sometimes to launch a big spacecraft in low earth orbit or small earth or medium earth orbit. So based on that, we have like another segment that's called ground segment. So that's there to communicate with spacecraft, space segment, and then control segment, just to control like to retrieve all the data, to send commands to spacecrafts, and to check if there is some error, to rectify those kind of systems. So in all systems, as we are entering into not from the perception AI, but now we are in the era of agentic AI right now, because with this agentic AI, we could serve like thousands of tasks with no coding, with zero coding. I must say it's like low coding, no coding, and maybe sometimes as the IT guys are already doing, like the big giant companies are already like doing 80% of their codes written by AI. So why space tech is lagging to utilize these developments? So AI and machine learning is already there to help us in all kind of segments. As I mentioned, I worked on this ESA funded mission CubeSat, and we use this AI and machine learning technique to check and to make like cost efficient solutions using this machine learning technique, because now AI engines, AI chips are already there, like Versal stuff and other stuff, that AI is already being supported by these chips. So that's why we could use, like, they are power efficient, they are like they are not data hungry, for example, and power not power hungry as well. So it means we could use them as a redundant and the real system as well. So based on this AI and machine learning technique, we are using such technologies to safeguard our resources in space segment. On the other hand, we are using on the ground segment with these AI and machine learning techniques to for the real data analysis, not just zero. I mean the data stuffing, or you can say other stuff, just to make just to create like data, like text to image or text to videos, but doing the real stuff, like data analysis, like space data analysis, coming from retrieved from payloads, mm, like the climate data, environmental data, communication data itself, and uh, and I will talk about like IOST as well in maybe. So that is one of the applications that AI and ML is already helping us out to make the complete spacecraft as a living machine based on multiple sensors grabbing data from those, and utilizing AI and machine learning to retrieve real data from space, and then analyzing on ground. Same is true if something happened to spacecraft. AI and machine learning is helping us to control the spacecraft so that it's house kept and it's already there with all the KPIs. Based on that the system was launched. So AI enabled there in all aspects, from space, education, training, and I must say in all aspects.
Very nice. That's good. Or is इसमें what do you think the key challenges IOST and ESA project and this 6G space? What challenges, key challenges you have faced and how to cope? You have tackled them, and also especially how you balance this consulting with education, with outreach, something like that.
Yeah, that's a nice one. As a researcher, you are always collaborating with local and with your indigenous researchers, with your colleagues, and obviously now as the space is already a global thing, our telecom is a global thing. So that's why we need to identify our partners, our collaborators all around the world. So I must appreciate. My colleagues from Ecuador, from Australia, from Germany, from Belgium, from Pakistan, obviously my homeland. So I'm always collaborating with them, and we have like latest findings published in last year, end of 2024. Now we are working on some other stuff to showcase what we have done, especially in using my platform as Edge, and to have like MOU signed with some of the organizations so that we have official collaboration in the sense, especially in the services and products, like because you know that legacy. Okay, based on the legacy we can move forward in all aspects, but um, जब आप बात करते हैं कि ग्लोबल वेंचर की, तो उसमें आपको हर जगह के रूल्स, लॉज एंड रेगुलेशन को केटर करना पड़ता है, उनको आपको ख्याल रखना पड़ता है कि अगर आप उन पर प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज ऑफर कर रहे हैं ईयू कंट्रीज और नॉन ईयू कंट्रीज को, तो आपको ये देखना होता है कि क्या वहाँ पे ये जो हमारे लॉज हैं क्या वहाँ पे इम्पैक्ट तो नहीं कर रहे. तो ये दैट्स काइंड ऑफ अ बिग चैलेंज टू movement of especially in kind of like global things. जब भी आप उनके साथ आप इन स्टेज सेट करते हैं, स्पेशली इन तमाम एस्पेक्ट्स से, तो आपको ये देखना होता है कि जहाँ जहाँ पे गवर्निंग लॉज हैं, लीगल एस्पेक्ट्स हैं, स्पेशली वो क्या जो है वो कवर हो रहे हैं या नहीं हो रहे. प्रोडक्ट्स क्वालिटी आपको देखनी होती है, स्पेशली आप देख सकते हैं कि बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रोडक्ट्स हैं जो आप पाकिस्तान फॉर एग्जांपल आप एक्सपोर्ट नहीं कर सकते समटाइम्स, तो आपको ये इन तमाम चीज़ों को देखना होता है. सेकेंडली आप स्पेशली जो हमारे इंडिजिनस स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जब वो यहाँ पे आने स्पेशली यूरोप ट्रैवल करना चाह रहे हैं, तो उनको हर जगह पे ये हर्डल्स आती है कि वो कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटीज फॉर एग्जांपल जाके ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. तो इस तरह की सर्विसेज जो इस तरह की चैलेंजेस हैं, ऑब्वियसली उसके लिए भी हम अपने आप को प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं कि हम उनको प्रॉपर गाइड कर सकें, स्पेशली इन टर्म्स ऑफ स्टेम एजुकेशन, और जो बाकी जहाँ जहाँ पे एक्सेल कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली हमारे यंग इंजीनियर्स. तो इस हवाले से I'm looking forward to contribute in that aspect as well.
Very nice. That's very nice. That's good. और इसमें just you already explained all the things, I think so, and let's end this session. But before that, just your final remarks about the future of space tech industry, and also your advice to the young researchers who want to join and want to even collaborate with you, and what kind of overall scenario you want to, and also the research areas, especially research areas which you think these are the research areas in this and they have to focus in their master degree and then PhD and so on, something like that.
Thanks for this very tricky question. मैं बल्कि हम दोनों आई थिंक इस चीज़ को वेट करेंगे कि हम जब हम लोग पीएचडी या पोस्टडॉक इवन रिसेंट टाइम्स में भी अगर हम कर रहे हैं, हमारे बहुत सारे कोलीग्स, हमारे फ्रेंड्स, तो वो ये देख रहे हैं कि अब नॉर्मल या क्लासिक अप्रोच स्टेम में भी नहीं रही। तो आप अब ये है कि आप जिस भी एरिया में काम कर रहे हैं उसके अंदर हम अपने टाइम में हम ये कहते थे कि जी हम इसकी कोई मैथमेटिकल इक्वेशन बना लें, उसको ट्रांसफॉर्म कर लें और बेस्ड ऑन दैट फैक्चुअल थिंग हम इस प्रोसेस को आगे जो है वो चला सकते हैं। लेकिन अभी चूंकि एआई और मशीन लर्निंग का टाइम है, तो इसमें हमें ये देखने की ज़रूरत है कि आप जिस भी एरिया में जा रहे हैं, स्टेम वर्सेस नॉन स्टेम, जिस भी एरिया में जा रहे हैं, तो उसमें आपको ये जो करंट एरा टेक्नोलॉजीज़ हैं, इनको आपको इम्प्लीमेंट करने की ज़रूरत है अपने तमाम सब्जेक्ट्स में, अपनी क्वालिफिकेशंस को एनहांस करने की ज़रूरत है। तो उसमें ये है कि आप जिस भी एरिया में काम कर रहे हैं, उसमें आप एआई का मैक्सिमम यूज़ करें, कोडिंग करवाएँ उससे, और जो आपके जो बेसिक थॉट्स हैं, ये जो आपने आइडिया जनरेट किया है, इवन जो आपने सपोज़ किया है कि आप इस एरिया में काम करना चाह रहे हैं, तो उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए आप एआई मशीन लर्निंग टेक्निक को यूटिलाइज़ करें। Everybody couldn't be like programmer or coder, but now हम अपने तमाम आइडियाज़ को इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं एआई एंड मशीन लर्निंग टेक्निक से। सेकेंडली, आपके पास ऑलमोस्ट हर तरह के ओपन सोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर अवेलेबल हैं, उनको यूटिलाइज करें। इंडस्ट्रियल टूल्स ऑब्वियसली दे आर हाईली एक्सपेंसिव, बट उनके आपके पास जो है वो अल्टरनेटिव्स अवेलेबल हैं पाइथन्स की फॉर्म में, अदर लैंग्वेजेस जो कि आप यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं एआईएमएल को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, लाइक गूगल कोलैब इज वन ऑफ द ऑप्शन। सेकेंडली, डिजिटल ट्विन इज अनदर टेक्निक कि आप उससे इवन हाईली कॉम्प्लेक्स सिस्टम्स को भी इजीली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि उसमें क्या क्या इश्यूज आ सकते हैं, क्या हमें उस सिस्टम को कैसे रगेड बनाना है, इस तरह की चीज़ें। और बाकी ये है कि अगर मैं स्पेस की बात करूं, इस एरिया की, अगर इसमें आप आना चाह रहे हैं, दैट इज़ रियली द फाइनल फ्रंटियर। और उसके लिए आपको अगर आप वाकई इंटरेस्टेड हैं स्टेम के अंदर, स्पेस टेक is neglected in some areas. तो लेकिन अगर आपका पैशन है, तो ऑब्वियसली यू कैन डू वंडर्स। You just have like undergraduate degree, and then entrepreneurship is there to start your own company, and obviously you can implement all your ideas. And I am available, obviously my colleagues are available to help you out, and definitely you can check my LinkedIn profile. Please share with all your audience. You can check my website, professional website, and definitely I am there to help you out in all aspects where I could.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Dr. Ghulam Jaffer Sahab, just for the guidance and also your availability for the other peoples or the students and the researchers. They can directly contact you on LinkedIn and your website. Thanks for guiding and for empowering global space tech community. And have a nice journey. And I wish you the best of luck and have a blessed journey, inshallah.
Thank you, Dr. Veeb. I'm humbled, and I definitely appreciate the opportunity to talk about. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.